Chancellor Carter, candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the College of Arts and Sciences, the School of Business, the School of Education, and the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies program have now assembled for the 2013 Fall Commencement exercises.
Please remain standing for the invocation by Dr. Ray Sutherland.
Let's pray. Lord God, we thank you for this opportunity to express our gratitude for the many achievements and accomplishments which are being recognized here today. We thank you for each of these graduates, for their hard work, for their persistence through setbacks, for their hard-earned triumphs, and for this chance to recognize their success in attaining their goal. Thank you, Lord, for the talents and the abilities which you gave them to make the learning and the accomplishments possible. We thank you for all of those who helped these graduates, for the families who encouraged them, for the teachers who shared their knowledge, for those who established this university, and those who have managed and maintained it through the years. Help us to remember that we owe much to so many who have built and helped and encouraged and made so many contributions so that we could be here today as graduates, as faculty, and as proud families. Thank you for this wonderful, beautiful world that we can live in and learn about. Bless these graduates, give them many opportunities to use what they have learned, that they would continue to accomplish much, and that what they achieve would make this world a better place. We ask this in humble gratitude for your many blessings. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Sutherland. Please join in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, led by Dr. Jae-yoon Kim, Assistant Professor, Department of Music, and the Pembroke Singers. Thank you, Dr. Kim and Pembroke Singers. Please be seated. I've done a lot of commencements in my day, and I can usually figure out pretty quickly whether it's going to be an exciting time or not, and I can tell from this audience that it's going to be very exciting. It is a time of celebration, and I welcome all of you to this commencement ceremony of the University of North Carolina at Pembroke's College of Arts and Science, School of Business, School of Education, and the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies. You graduates know what an important occasion this is, and we could not agree more. Many representatives from throughout the university community, including faculty and staff members, trustees of the university, and special guests are here today to witness your commencement, to celebrate your accomplishments, and perhaps give you a little advice along the way. In fact, we have one representative here today, I think. I have no idea where he is, but would Mr. Garland Pierce please stand? Okay. Thank you for being here. I would like to recognize members of the platform party who are here to support your achievement, but will not be speaking in this morning's ceremony. I will ask each to please stand and remain standing and be recognized as their names are called. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Members of the University of North Carolina at Pembroke's Board of Trustees are represented by Dr. Dwight Pearson. Senior administrators of the university, Dr. John Jones, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Dr. Richard Cosentino, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration, Ms. Wendy Lowry, Vice Chancellor for Advancement, Mr. Joshua Malcolm, General Counsel, Mr. Dick Christie, Athletic Director, Mr. Dan Kinney, Chief of Staff, Dr. Rebecca Bullard-Dillard, Dean of the School of Graduate Studies and Research, Dr. Mark Milowitz, Dean of the Esther Mainers Honors College, Dr. Melissa Schaub, Associate Vice Chancellor for Enrollment, Ms. Susan Witt, Interim Dean of the Library, Ms. Sharon Kissick, Registrar, and Ms. Natricia Drake, Associate Registrar. Let's give them a round of applause, please. As I mentioned, we are joined by the faculty today, and I know that you would like to recognize them for their help along the way. I would ask the faculty to please rise. These are the individuals that have worked 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years with some of you. I'm glad you picked up that joke. But these are the folks that are dedicated to your success. Let's please show our appreciation to them. Thank you, faculty. Many proud alumni and their families are here with us today to witness this ceremony. And I would ask all alumni, all proud alumni of UNC Pembroke, please stand, whether you're in the audience or on the platform. Please stand. Thank you. The strength of the university is not only based upon the faculty and staff and the student body that are present day to day, but it's on those alumni that continue to provide support and guidance, and we're always happy to have them back. I now invite Mr. David Powers, member of the UNC Board of Governors, who will bring greetings from the Board of Governors and from the UNC General Administration. Mr. Powers.
Thank you, Chancellor Carter. One of the real joys of my service on the Board of Governors has been getting to know Kyle and Sarah Carter. UNC Pembroke is so fortunate to have them to lead their family. Good morning. On behalf of Chairman Peter Hans and the entire University of North Carolina Board of Governors and UNC President Tom Ross, it is my great pleasure to bring greetings to today's graduates, their families and friends, to this university's distinguished faculty and staff, alumni, Board of Trustees, and members of the Platform Party. As a native Robisonian from St. Paul's, I'm particularly proud to be standing here today to celebrate with you at UNC Pembroke. My 2 years on the Board of Governors has certainly been interesting. We've debated such difficult issues as tuition increases, financial aid, football coaches, and the potential sale of Rex Hospital. My colleagues on the board and I have visited every member institution in the system. During these visits, we met many talented and dedicated deans and administrators and saw stunning new facilities and quite a few facilities that needed a little work or expansion. But the biggest impression was always made by the students and professors we encountered. Being here today reminds me that your well-being, the education of tomorrow's leaders, is the reason we sit on the Board of Governors. A shining example of the commitment that we encountered is right here on your own campus. Dr. Ben Barr was recently awarded the Holshouser Public Service Medal, one of the highest medals that the Board of Governors awards, recognizing his outstanding work on Alzheimer's disease. Despite the fact that the money for faculty raises has been a little scarce, and hopefully we can get the General Assembly to address that this year, Dr. Barr chose to donate the cash award that comes with this prize to UNC Pembroke's Alzheimer's research. He truly exhibits the nature of public service. Graduates, congratulations. You've made it to the high water mark so far of your college career. Throughout the last few years, you've put your heart, mind, and soul all in to arrive at this day when you'll receive your well-earned degree. Today, you begin a new journey, an exciting journey. If your journey takes you into a career, you will find that UNC Pembroke has prepared you to be a vital part of North Carolina's workforce. If your journey takes you to continued education, you will find that UNC Pembroke's innovative programs and diverse culture have prepared your minds for lifelong learning. Your education here has provided you the knowledge and skills you will need to achieve success in these ever-changing, complex times. Wherever and whatever your future endeavors may be, I encourage you to stay connected to this wonderful university. I want you to remember this thriving campus and outstanding faculty and staff that nurtured you and prepared you to face the world. Please return the favor and give back to UNC Pembroke with your time, your energy, your talents, and when you're able, your financial support. I encourage you to use the knowledge and experiences you have gained during your time at UNC Pembroke to help guide you on your own path to excellence. There's a whole world of things out there waiting to be imagined, discovered, created, planned, performed, improved, and led by UNC Pembroke graduates. So again, graduates, congratulations. Go forward from the safety of your college life. Take your fond memories and your strong educational foundation. Walk out of this place and challenge the world. Do well and do good. Make your way and make your mark. Change your world and change our world. And never, ever forget that you're a Pembroke Brave. Thank you, and best of luck always.
Thank you, Mr. Powers. We do have a friend on the Board of Governors in David Powers, and we realize that. He understands this institution and has shown his commitment over and over again toward it, and we're really happy that you're here today. Now, to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I ask Ms. Lorna Ricotta to come forward.
Chancellor Carter and the distinguished platform party, it is with great pleasure and tremendous pride that I greet you with congratulations to the class of 2013 on behalf of the UNCP Board of Trustees. I join the UNCP alumni and the friends and families, especially the parents, of our graduates as we celebrate your success in earning college degrees. Graduates, today is an occasion for you to revel in the memories you've made here and to celebrate the experiences you've enjoyed, all at UNC Pembroke. I hope you will celebrate with pride and joy the conferring of your hard-earned degrees, and most importantly, embrace the future with the confidence that only comes from earning an outstanding education. You leave UNCP today as a respected alumnus with continued support from our dedicated faculty. And as UNCP alumni, it is your responsibility to use the knowledge and training you received to improve the lives of others throughout the rest of your life. The UNCP trustees are confident that you will represent the university well, armed with the degree you received today and the shared camaraderie of more than 22,000 UNC Pembroke alumni. Once again, congratulations on your outstanding success.
Thank you, Ms. Rakata. I now call Dr. Judy Curtis, Chair of the Faculty Senate, to give greetings on behalf of the faculty, as well as to introduce today's commencement speaker.
On behalf of the UNCP faculty, I congratulate each of you on achieving your goal of earning your college degree. Amid the celebration of your achievement, take a moment to reflect on the knowledge you've gained, the friends you've made, and the experiences that have prepared you for your future. Achieving this goal has transformed your life. Your future is brighter, your prospects firmer, and your confidence stronger as a result of earning your degree. Remember that moment when you first imagined this goal in your mind. When did the idea start to flutter like a butterfly, darting in and out of your view? Something to chase that you weren't certain until today that you would catch. Enjoy your accomplishment today, and tomorrow search the horizons of your mind. What new goal is fluttering there? Elusive, but starting to take shape. What can you achieve next? There are no limits. You've proven that. You're a college graduate. Congratulations. I'm very honored to introduce the commencement speaker, Dr. Timothy Ritter, Professor of Physics and Director of PERC, the Pembroke Undergraduate Research and Creativity Center. Dr. Ritter received the 2013 UNC Board of Governors Award for Excellence in Teaching, a well-deserved acknowledgement of the profound impact he has had at UNCP over the past 17 years and well beyond UNCP. One of his most exciting projects is his work mentoring teams of UNCP students in NASA's Reduced Gravity Student Flight Opportunities Program, commonly referred to as the weightless Lumbies. When I first came to UNCP, one of my students took part in the first team of students and reported on the experience. It made a lasting impression on her life. Last spring, Dr. Ritter's 7th team went to Houston. His students and colleagues praise his accessibility and caring attitude towards students. Students say he genuinely cares about their successes and struggles and serves as a great role model. A graduate of the State University of New York at Buffalo, where he earned his bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees in physics, Dr. Ritter's approach is to inspire students to apply the advanced concepts they learn in class to real-life problems. Teaching is something you do, he says, because you love it. Dr. Ritter inspires all of us with his dedication to serve not only UNCP, but also the country as a commander in the U.S. Navy Reserves. He's periodically been called to active duty, including having spent a year in Iraq. We're very fortunate to have Dr. Tim Ritter on UNCP's team. Dr. Ritter.
Thank you, Judy. I got to meet this guy they're talking about someday. Well, I've got good news and I got bad news. The bad news is I'm what's standing between you and your degrees. The good news is they finally let us sit down. Chancellor, provost, distinguished guests, platform party, faculty, staff, proud parents and family. Finally, the most important attendees, the Winter Commencement class of 2013. Greetings to you all on this very special occasion, during which we're here to acknowledge the accomplishments of these students sitting here before us today. Graduates, are you happy to be here? as we just heard, some of you have spent 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do a little better. 4 years to get here. Are you happy to be here? That's a bit better. First, though, I'd like to put everybody's mind at ease by assuring you that there will be no wardrobe malfunctions during this speech, and definitely no twerking, because Ritter ain't got no junk in the trunk. I must confess that I was and still am a bit nervous about this. I've certainly lectured in the classroom often, made conference presentations, given outreach presentations. I've even given classified briefings to flag officers in a combat zone. But this is actually my first formal speech. I've sat in your position on the receiving end of a good number of these, sitting in the audience, listening, but preparing for one is quite different. So like any good tech-savvy individual, when I want to know about something or learn how to do something, Google. I first searched for examples to learn what some of the best speeches contain, and as you can imagine, I found many commencement addresses listed, and most of which actually have a video so I could watch them being delivered. The majority of these were speeches delivered by famous people at very prestigious universities. Steve Jobs at Stanford, J.K. Rowling at Harvard, U2 frontman Bono at the University of Pennsylvania, and of course, President Obama at a very long list of institutions. And from what I saw and read, and from my own experiences, the recurring pieces in these speeches were the following. They all had a welcome, the introductory humorous statement, many quotes from famous people, much reminiscing about the speaker's past and his or her life lessons learned. And of course, they all closed with inspirational words to the graduating class. But then I tried to remember my own undergraduate commencement address, and I must admit I could not. I tried to remember some of the inspirational words from past commencement addresses right here at UNCP. And while I could remember many of the distinguished colleagues who've preceded me in delivering these addresses, I was at a loss for the specifics. The most famous speaker I can recall in my years here at UNCP was the great Bill Cosby. But what I remember from that commencement was, it was outside on an oppressively hot Saturday one May, and that faculty, students, and family members had to get up from the open seating and find shade because of the heat and humidity. I must sheepishly admit, I cannot remember any of the great Bill Cosby's sage advice. So how about you? I ask you in the audience, the faculty, the platform party, how many of you remember your undergraduate commencement speaker? How many remember what they said? How many could quote from it? So it doesn't matter what I say. So when I began thinking about my own attempt to inspire you all, I tried to keep two key concepts in mind. First, this is your commencement, class of 2013. It's not mine. It's about you. It's about your accomplishments. It's about your memories, it's about your beginning and your future. It is not about my past. It's not about my memories or the lessons that I learned back in the day, BC. That's before cell phones. You laugh, a lot of you are gonna have, I think it's what, AS, after smartphones. And the second point I wanted to keep in mind was, do something worthy of remembering in 5, 10, 15 years from now. All right, to begin, I promise at least a few stories from my past which contain my lessons learned. Me standing up here telling you about my life lessons learned is much like a parent telling their child, stay out of the cookie jar. Or a parent telling their child, I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. How well does that advice work, parents? Yeah, it doesn't, right? Instead, what I want to do is I want to hear your life lessons learned. I want to hear your memorable experiences from UNCP. And I mean it, I want to hear them. So here I come. Hello? Check, check. Yes. All right, graduates, here I come. And of course, to entice you as you all learn you have to do, I've got free t-shirts. There's a limited number. So what are your life experiences learned, graduates? This is your chance to speak at your own commencement. What's something you learned? There we go. And remember, this is a G-rated family event, please.
Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. What I have learned, I've been in college for, I will say, 6 years. And although it's taken me a really long time to get here today, I just wanted to say, make sure that you always work hard and do your schoolwork, because that always comes first. But I'm just very appreciative to everyone that's helped me get to where I am today. And so everyone else, congratulations.
Thank you. Someone else? All right. Thank you. Someone on the end.
Hi, everyone. My name is James. My most memorable event would be the internship working at Comtech. I've worked around Dr. Barr and Dr. Holmes, so it was very memorable, and I appreciate all the work they've did with me.
Thank you.
How you doing? I want to thank my family real quick, my girlfriend, everybody. How y'all doing? Miss Ellen? All right. Yeah, Pembroke's been great, man. I had a great time with you guys. We've learned a lot. Take what you learned from this university and all your experiences and just continue to be great. Continue that excellence onto life, and let this just be the beginning of our future. Congratulations.
Thank you. And we have one more.
My name is Lourdes. Ooh, I sound like that. My most memorable moment was when I studied abroad twice in Spain, and I learned a lot from those experiences because I learned how to adapt to new environments.
Thank you. And I love hearing some of those comments because I've been a big proponent of most of the education occurs outside the classroom. So going to Spain, working in labs and things like that. And I think this is much better hearing their life memories, their lessons learned, rather than hearing me talk about back when I wore a mullet and stonewashed jeans and things like that. Yeah. And I promised to put somebody else on the spot, another one of our undergraduates here. Though she's not graduating, she said she's going to have a wonderful life story for us.
I am thankful, and I learned a lot through my relationship. I was lucky enough to meet my first love here at my second year in Pembroke, and through that I learned so much about myself more than the relationship.
All right. But enough of the past. Here comes the inspirational words part. After all, this is commencement, and according to Merriam-Webster's, commencement is the time when something begins. So what is it that's beginning? Why, obviously, the rest of your life. And while many of you may hear people telling you that this is just the beginning of the rest of your life, I find that many students don't actually believe this statement. Rather, they too often think of it as a culmination. Yes, it might be the culmination of your academic career. Many of you will go on, though. But it is the beginning of so much more. I cannot tell you the number of times I've had students tell me that they can't wait to graduate because they need a break, or they've been in school so long they're ready for something easier. Well, it's been my experience that once you graduate, that's when the real work, the work of life, commences. But the future is not something to be feared. It's not something to be put off. That's what graduate school's for. But rather, you should embrace the challenges of your future, because with what you've learned in college, with your newfound abilities, all I can say is, oh, the places you'll go. When I graduated with my PhD, the woman that I was romantically involved with, who was my fiancée at the time and is now my wife, and is sitting here in the audience, gave me a graduation present that I still have to this day, I still cherish to this day. I still look at it on a regular basis, and because it made such a lasting impression on me, I want to share it with all of you. So scamper back in time with me and just imagine. I had spent 4.5 years as an undergraduate, 6.5 years in graduate school. I'd earned a PhD in condensed matter physics. The title of my dissertation was, are you ready? High Pressure Optical Studies of Deep Levels and Band Offsets and Wide Band Gap Optoelectronic Systems. I can't even remember it. I was on top of the world. I was thinking rather highly of myself because I was now Dr. Ritter. If someone had tried to shoot me, the bullets would have bounced right off. And to celebrate my arrival at the pinnacle of my life, the woman I loved more than anything in this world gave me a children's book. A book by Theodore Seuss Geisel, also known as Dr. Seuss. Oh, the places you'll go. How many of you are familiar with this book? All right, a few. I had never seen it. I had never read it before she gave me that copy. Yes, Dr. Seuss. I must admit that I was more familiar with his other more complex, intricate, monumental literary works such as Hop on Pop, Fox in Socks, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. That's a classic. And yet, when I got over the surprise that my gift was a children's book and I actually read it for the first time, I could not believe that the same author of those other titles had captured such timeless words of wisdom and inspiration, all conveyed in that unique rhyming style that is Dr. Seuss. To this day, when I'm invited to someone's graduation ceremony or party, my go-to present, a copy of that book. So, I wanted to give each and every one of you a copy of this book. However, at $15 a copy and 400 graduates, the wife said no. So instead, please allow me to share with you the inspirational words of Dr. Seuss. They couldn't quite get the fireplace. Oh, the places you'll go. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy. You'll decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street. And you may find any you not want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there, in the wide open air. Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang. You'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're darkened. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4? Or maybe not quite, or go back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start in to race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. But no, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, because you're that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all, fame. You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too, games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone. Whether you like it or not, alone will be something, you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hack and cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with left. And will you succeed? Yes. Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxom or Bixby or Bray, or Mordecai Allen Van Allen O'Shea, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mounting is waiting, so get on your way. If I was Mr. Spock, I'd say live long and prosper. In the Navy, we say fair winds and following seas. But today, to the class of 2013, I just say go forth and do great things. Thank you.
Okay, graduate, a serious question. Don't you wish you'd majored in physics now? Great job, Tim. I never tire of commencements. And I said this last night at the graduate commencement ceremony, and I said, I think I'd been approaching 50 different commencements that I've been a part of. And I went home and I took out a pencil and paper and calculated the number of times that I have been up here on the platform, not when I was in the faculty, and it was over 90 times. And you know, it never gets old. Yeah, some commencement speeches aren't great. This one was great. But what makes it so special are the people that are here today with their own unique stories. And we celebrate that. The longer that I'm at a place, and this is my 4th year, and I have to be careful or I may get emotional, I get to know the individual stories of the graduates. And you're going to see me hug some people today because there's a story there. I'm as proud of these folks coming across the stage today as their moms and dads. And so at this point in the program, the Chancellor is given the opportunity to give a charge, and it's going to be brief. I'm smart enough to know that you want to get on with your degrees. And I'm just going to say this. And I encourage you to live your life fully. Always be a part of something bigger than yourself. Push yourself to try new things, just like you did here. Don't stop doing that. Be open and flexible to change. Pursue those dreams that you have. In short, always live bravely, just like the brave that you are today. From the bottom of my heart, I extend well wishes to each and every one of you. make a difference wherever you go. Congratulations, graduates. And now it is time to turn our attention to you, the graduates. And I'm pleased to begin the degree granting ceremony, and I ask Provost Kitts to come forward.
Chancellor Carter, I call upon the deans of the College of Arts and Sciences and the Schools of Business and Education to present to you the candidates for degrees who will be awarded diplomas upon completion of all requirements of their degree programs as prescribed by the faculty, the Board of Trustees of the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, and the Board of Governors of the University of North Carolina. Dr. Mark Canada, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
I ask all candidates for undergraduate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences to please stand and remain standing. Chancellor Carter, the College of Arts and Sciences is pleased to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Bachelor of Social Work.
Dr. Ramin Maysami, Dean of the School of Business.
I ask all candidates for undergraduate degrees from the School of Business and candidates for the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies degree to please stand and remain standing. Chancellor Carter, the School of Business is pleased to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Accounting and the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. In addition, the BIS Council is pleased to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies.
Dr. Zoe Locklear, Dean of the School of Education.
I ask all candidates for undergraduate degrees from the School of Education to please stand and remain standing. Chancellor Carter, the School of Education is pleased to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Health Promotion, Bachelor of Science in Birth through Kindergarten Education, Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, Bachelor of Science in Exercise and Sports Science, Bachelor of Science in Health Physical Education, Bachelor of Science in Middle Grades Education, and Bachelor of Science in Special Education.
Chancellor Carter, all candidates for degrees are hereby presented.
Thank you, Provost Kitts. I now ask the faculty to please rise and remain standing in support of these graduates and as confirmation of their meeting the rigorous standards set forth by the university. I ask all UNCP alumni to please rise on the platform or in the audience to stand in witness of these individuals who will shortly become alumni. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and Trustees, and upon their completion of all requirements, I will confer upon these candidates the degree for which they have satisfied requirements with all the rights, honors, and responsibilities. Please join me in applauding these candidates. Please be seated. I now call on Jessica Collier, Vice President of the Student Government Association, to prepare the graduates for the ceremony.
Good morning, everyone. As your student body vice president, I'm honored to be standing here today among Chancellor Carter, members of the Board of Trustees, the Board of Governors, UNCP faculty and staff, our proud and supportive family and friends, and of course, the graduates of 2013. Graduation is an emotional time. You are relieved to be done, proud of your accomplishments, but sad to leave the friends you've grown close to. I am sure all of you are still a little scared of what lies ahead, but enjoy this day and everyone after and know that you are ready and you will succeed. All of you should be proud of yourselves for coming so far. Looking around, you do not see the same people that you saw on first day of freshman year. Some have left and others have given up, but not you. You used our school to your benefit. You took advantage of all that it had to offer. I look forward to seeing how each one of you puts your education into different work fields, professions, and graduate programs. I hope that along the way of this long journey, you have many wonderful memories that you will cherish for a lifetime. The sacrifices, including many late nights doing assignments or research, the separation from home and families, the early rises to make an 8 a.m. lecture, and the cramping of fingers from writing such long papers, but it will all come to pass today as you celebrate your accomplishments. As one writer, Catherine Pulsifer, had noted, graduation is a time of finishing, of an ending. However, it is also the time of a celebration of the achievement and a beginning for the new graduate. What lies ahead is and will still be unknown to us all, but I am confident that each of you is ready and prepared to handle anything that may serve as a challenge. By attending UNCP, we have experienced things that many other college and university students would never. During our time at Pembroke, we encountered many people of different backgrounds because we are the most diverse university in North Carolina. We have had classroom structure that allowed one-on-one meeting times and conversations with professors. And the friends we met became like family to us. In particular, my big sister, Lori Vignali, has changed my entire life. I know that our bond during these last few years is everlasting, and I know that each one of you has someone here today that has helped you get through these tough but fun college years. Commencement is more than just saying goodbye. It allows us to come together and reflect on a time we have spent at an all place that we call home. The class of 2013 is lucky to say that you have experienced our football team playing and hosting the playoffs. You witnessed the brave men who parachuted the game ball into the first ever televised football game. The trending Brave Nation take off at all sporting events. The homecoming parade with record-breaking entries. Our clubs and fraternities and sororities growing significantly with many new organizations forming. And UNCP students having the pleasure of watching CBS Sports Director Mike Grant speak in Old Main about his careers and life lessons. In closing, I would like to say that the class of 2013 will always hold a special place in our hearts because your last year at UNCP has guided and shaped our paths as you provide us leadership, friendship, and role models to emulate. I feel very lucky to have this opportunity to bid a fond farewell to you all, a class who gave us all such a warm welcome. Your potential is infinite. Now go, be brave. Finally, congratulations, 2013.
Thank you, Jessica. Well done. And I think she's about 2 semesters away from sitting right there. Dr. Wendy Miller, Assistant Professor and Assistant Chair of the English, Theater, and Foreign Languages Department, will present the names of those candidates who are present today. Yes, we're going to start your graduation ceremony. Dr. Miller.
Since individual graduates are recognized by calling their names as they walk across the stage, we ask the entire audience to be respectful of the graduates and their families. We also ask that you remain seated and stay for the entire ceremony. Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees please step forward as their names are called? Please note that those students graduating summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or cum laude wear the gold cord. Some graduates are wearing special symbols denoting their memberships in academic honor societies. College of Arts and Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, Quintrilla Danita Allen. Robert Wayne Atwell II. Floretta Apron Banks. Shirley Rose Barnhill. LaGloria Renee Bell. Joshua Paul Bingston. Kelsey Marie Bigler. Oprah Sherry Blackman. Ryan Sterling Blackwell. Jamie Blanco. Leon Makite Boulanger. Brianna Junia Bowden. Dehu Leonard Bowman. Felicia Oxendine Rayboy. Alicia Leslie Bryant. Christopher David Bullock. Joseph Michael Bonacani. Brandy Lynn Burnside. Megan Faith Caleri. Luis Roberto Camacho. Sylvia Gail Carter. Letitia Brittany Caswell. Jennifer Stephanie Chavez. Philip Ray Cheek II. Margarita Alvarez Coleman. Amy Danielle Cook. Jeffrey Gene Cooper Jr. Marcus Lamar Corbett. LaQuincia Cowser. Brandon Norris Dale. Lashana DeBrow. Benjamin Charles DeSalle, summa cum laude. Emily Ann Duke. Nancy Jane Fletcher. Brianna Renee Flores. Ryan Christopher Gibson. Star Lene Gilly. Christopher Ryan Graham. Sawyer Beth Gray, cum laude. John Kenneth Ray Hall. Nicholas Miguel Harrison. Candace Nicole Haynes Ektishat. Takia Monet Holder. Casey Lauren Holman. Amanda Ann Hooker. Carolyn Strickland Hunt, cum laude. Kendria K. Hunt. Shaquila Tanel Hunt. Tanya Scott Hunt. Amberly Lauren Ives. Amy Michelle Jacobs. Anthony Laverne James Jr. William Ethan Johnson, cum laude. Karen Strickland Jones. Shatan Dross Jones. Venetia Jonquel Kelly. Betty A. King, cum laude. Jordan Lee Lilly. Effie Mae Locklear. Miranda Javon Locklear. Sayward Lee Locklear. Ronnie Wayne Long. Gavin Shane Lowry. Summer Lynn Martin, cum laude. Gavin Marcel Mayo. Patricia Howell McCain. Alexei Francis McCarthy. Janae Danielle McCoy. Melanie Geraldine McNally. Joshua Clay Michael. Jacob Matthew Miller. Doris Martha Momani. Taurus Dayon Moore. Marcus Keys Morris Griffin. Denise Nicole Murray. Malika Lachey Nesbitt. Jessica Lee Newton. Carmela Ann Nucci. Brian C. Wana. Lynn Norman Oxendine. David Clifford Paddock. Sarah Megan Patrick. Charmine Andrea Penn. Karen Reyes Picardo. Davy Ramos. Whitney Danielle Revels. Margaret McNally Rhine. Deidre Andrea Riddick. Lindsay Daphne Roberts, magna cum laude. Sandy Martin Roscoe. Jada Chantel Rowlett, magna cum laude. Matthew R. Sharp. Aisha DeQuan Simmons. Michael Antonio Simmons. Anna Maria Singleton. Sarah Catherine Smith, magna cum laude. Warren Ronald Smith. Catherine M. Softly. Shauna Renee Spann. Laura Amanda Tanner. Gabrielle Esha Taylor. Riley Aaron Thayer. Deanna Lee Thompson. Teresa Green Thompson. Emona Desiree Tillman. Jacqueline Lee Turner. Tyler James Turton Hullman. Sabrina Denise Utley, summa cum laude. Courtney Ariel Villanueva. Zachary Kyle Ward. Laura Tracy Weatherington. Nigeria Cheyenne Wyman. Bachelor of Music, James Lewis Ellison. Jamel Devon Lee. Mary Elizabeth Locklear. Jordan A. Lowry. Amy Madeline Rowland, cum laude. Alexandria Yvonne Stalling. Our next graduate is a special one. Here to accept Allison Helene Burrell's posthumously awarded degree in memoriam is her sister, First Lieutenant Samantha Burrell. Bachelor of Science, Denisha Denise Allen. Kenneth Kenichiwu Anunobi. Sarah Elizabeth Arcacera. Laura Michelle Ayala. Megan Shay Babson. Rayshane Lamar Baker. Lucas Edward Baxley. Jomari Quintrell Beach. Jasmine Nicole Benton. Frances Vivian Bursack, magna cum laude. Matthew Kenneth Bowen. Sarah Elizabeth Bauer. Emily Elise Bracey. Henry Amar Brandt III. Jeremy Daniel Ritting. Christian Keith Buffkin. Rachel Gail Burchett. Jordan C. Burnett. Krishana Toshe Kerlock. Carla Renee Carter. Laura Ashley Clark. Alan Darnell Clayton, Jr. Erica Jean Collins. Kayla Marie Cologne. Melody Beth Craven. Izanti Brittany Cutrell. Edward Himley DeRozier. Tyler Elliott Dial. Daniel Nehemiah Dodd. Brandon Hubert Edge. Lisa Elizabeth Ellaby. Elizabeth Nicole Ellis. Kristen Sue Emanuel. Larry LaQuinte Everett. Brian Patrick Fagan, Jr. Paul Richard Freeman, magna cum laude. Maymona Bamale. Mary Elizabeth Danielle Gonda. Italia De Simone Graham. Stephen Eugene Greer. Ronald Lee Gregg, Jr. Christy Stedman Grote, cum laude. Elka Flor Grotehouse. Luis Fernando Guadalupe. Jasmine Lynette Hairston. Sinquest I. Harley. Kayla Marie Hawkins. Jessica Michelle Henderson. Nigel Lee Hirth. Megan Renee Hopper. Rodney Wayne Horn. Christopher Brandon Huggabee. Donella Marie Hunt, American Chemical Society certified. Bobby Bernard James. Dylan Wayne James. Philip Roger Johnson II. Tiffany Day Jones. Brittany Marie Kern. Giannis Maleku Kibrit. Dylan Durker Lees, magna cum laude. Brittany Nicole Linder. Nichelle Catrice Litzy. Christy Bennett Locklear. Kyle Russell Locklear. Rhonda K. Locklear. Rose Elise Locklear. James Christopher Lowry. Thomas S. Lucas III. Antoinette Lachey Marable. Thalitha Smith Martin, American Chemical Society certified. Kimberly Grace May. Benson Warenge Bugwa. Ryan Jonathan McCallum. Jennifer Lewis McCormick. Christopher D. McKee II, American Chemical Society certified. Anthony Trey McClellan. Faye McNair Stevens. Camille Michelle. Joseph Akoda Mull. Andrew Thomas Neal. Mariah Rosemary Nelson. Rakeem Lamar Overby. Kayla Jean Oxendine. Melissa Nicole Oxendine. Ty Debris Bowell, cum laude. Lauren Ashley Prince, cum laude. Caroline Elizabeth Brine. Natalie Reyes. Kelly Nicole Rogers. Natalie Marie Rowland. Jacqueline Nikita Scott. Waylon Leon Ship. Carl Raynell Simpson Jr. Heather Brooke Springs. Jessica Lee Stansel. Amanda Michelle Stokes. Jory C. Sweat, cum laude. Brian Eugene Thompson. Mitchell Bruce Turlington. Ryan Lee Vega. Lourdes Carolina Velasquez, Bachelor of Arts in Spanish and Bachelor of Science in Mass Communication. William Brandon Wallace. Shauna Leanne Waller. Danielle Eleanor Warren. Ashley Sade Watson. Jonathan Ricardo Watson. Zykia Sade Whitted. Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jacqueline Elizabeth Barnowski. Sharon Michelle Bostic. Anna Marie Ryan. Vincent Noel Estorba Ceniza. Annette Davidson Davis. Brittany Nicole Greaves. Anthony Pay Haley. Flamika Tashane Moore. Donna Dudley Parker. Sophia Loren Peyton Savage. Kyle Joseph Rippin Kroger. Bachelor of Social Work, Laura E. Albright. Crystal Lynn Barlow. Jarvel Devarier Brown. Jessica Colleen Duke, cum laude. Denise Bostic Fairley. Carrie T. Goldman. Madison Rachel Goldman. Lauren Amber Pops. Natasha Gordon Hughes, cum laude. Sable Lachelle Hunt. Kimberly Jane Jones. Christy Lynn Locklear. Chelsea Maureen Lowry. Amber Lee Medlin. Cami Annette Perez. Ashley Dolores Pridgeon. Tanae Yvonne Ray. Jamal Dijon Reese. Robert McCrary Strickland. Amanda Carlotta Taylor. Kimberly Jo Yard. School of Business, Bachelor of Science. Tony Yvonne Barreto Michael, cum laude. Rodney J. Cauldron. Bethany Yvonne Cartret. Keela Ann Chambers. Xiaoling Chen, cum laude. Marquea Marie Crawford. Jennifer Michelle Crow. Randall Allen Emmanuel Drawhorn. Emmett Fitzgerald Fleming. Brantley Charles Hatridge. Bridget Lynette Jones. Erica Jean Locklear. Christopher Lee Ladner. Joshua James Moore. Elizabeth Blue Morgan, cum laude. Jeffrey Edward Nichols. Amelia Antoinette Barton. Antonio Dwight Powers, Jr. Nathaniel Pierce Renee. Luke David Rotrammel. Amber Jackson Russ. Quenisha Shamal Charbon. Chadwick Franklin Smith. April Lee Stewart, magna cum laude. Stephanie Juanette Sturdivant. Takola Arshay Thompson. Patricia Alexandria White. Michael Patrick Yerry. School of Education, Bachelor of Science. Bryant Airy Arday Armour. Marissa Ann Baker, summa cum laude. Sammy Jo Barnes. Elena Alexandria Bouncer. Megan Elizabeth Bowers. Megan Hodges Bowlby. Fred McKinley Brim II. Cyrus Scott Bullock. Daniel Eric Burns. Devontae Seclephus Avery Bush. Frazier Michelle Campbell. Amber Janine Carmody. Jordan Lamar Champion. Talia Katiri Sila. Sean Christopher Cox. Bradley Thomas Cottrell. Kimberly Nicole Davis. Jonathan Bruce Dial. Darkus Lee Elliott. Thomas Charles Everett, cum laude. Brittany Danielle Fisher. Alexander Carl Fuchs. Christine Ann Garrido. Jerry Nicole Godfrey. Joshua Nigel Gooding. Rashawn Lamont Great. Caroline Elizabeth Gray, summa cum laude. Bobby Joe Hall, cum laude. Herman Jared Hardy. Matthew Corey Harris. Sundiata Kayvon Harris. Quayshawn Marquest Hugabook. Priscilla Gail Holmes, cum laude. Angela Parker Jacobs. Brandon Luis Jimenez. Thomas Zachary Jones, magna cum laude. Kathy Rose Locklear. Crystal Stewart Long. Glenda Jewel Lowry, Esther G. Maynor Honors College, cum laude. Casey Mackenzie Lucas, cum laude. Jamie L. McLean, cum laude. Yesenia Bello Martinez. Sterling Gerard Mason. Jessica Lynette McAllister, cum laude. Nicole Shante McCoy. Victoria Janine McGee. Michaela Sandriana McKinley. Destiny Essence McNeil. LaRonda Nikita Mickens. Megan Hope Moore. David Brian Nance. Carlene Mo Tangongo Jomwe. Amy Javis Oxendine, summa cum laude. Crystal Danielle Page. Chris Bernard Page. Quentin Lakeem Pate. Jason Allen Perry. Jordan Lindsay Porter. Tyler Wade Potter. Anthony James Preston. Taylor Page Pruitt, magna cum laude. Aldrich James Ragland. Amanda Lynn Ratley. Ashlyn Page Reebok, summa cum laude. Caroline Kate Register. Andrea Nicole Reynolds. Theron Timothy Richardson Jr. Christopher Allen Riley. Amanda Nicole Robinson. Anna Marie Sanchez. Jeremy Paul Sessoms. Lily Mame Araba Gentim. Centim. Summer Elaine Southers. Billy James Townsend. Angela Dawn Tyler. Lori Ann Vignali, Esther G. Maynors Honors College, magna cum laude. Erin Nicole Walter. Taylor Paisley Walters, cum laude. Stephen Thomas White. Rakeem Shabazz Williams. Sarah Marie Wilson. Charlene Diane White. Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies, Cynthia Akoff Martin. Melinda Crawley Spencer, magna cum laude. Chancellor Carter, all candidates for degrees have now been presented.
I'm going to ask you to applaud for real in a moment, but before that, I'd like to invite Mr. Aaron Thomas to the podium, the president of the UNCP Alumni Association, because you are now alumni.
Thank you, Chancellor. On behalf of the UNC Pembroke Alumni Association and over 22,000 fellow alumni, congratulations, class of 2013. It feels like it wasn't that long ago that I sat in the same place that you're seated today, filled with excitement and eager to begin a new chapter in my life. This evening, as you all entered the building as a student, you will exit as an alumnus. As a graduate of this institution, we want you to continue to have that same sense of charisma and passion for UNCP moving forward. Each and every one of us has an obligation to stay engaged with our university. I challenge you today to do that in 3 simple ways. Number 1, ensure that wherever you are, our alumni office knows how to contact you. And you can do that very simply by logging on to the alumni webpage. Number 2, give back. In whatever way you are able, make a contribution to UNCP every year. And last and most importantly, stand as a proud ambassador of UNCP wherever your travels may take you. On behalf of the alumni of UNC Pembroke, we're glad to welcome you to the Alumni Association. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, Aaron. I want to recognize some very important people in the audience, some very important people in your world. Would the parents of the graduates please stand? Guardians of the alumni. Guardians of the graduates, please stand. Spouses and children of the graduates, please stand. Remain standing, please. Would special friends of the graduates please stand? That should be everybody in this house. Graduates, show them your appreciation. Thank you all. Please be seated. I want to thank all of the offices that worked together to put on this ceremony today. It takes a lot of effort, and they did a great job. At the conclusion of this ceremony, there is a reception over in the University Center, and I would urge the parents and graduates to go over there and attend. You'll be able to reminisce a little bit with some faculty as well as your own family and supporters. Now, my wife and I have 2 adult children, and we participated in multiple ceremonies, and we realize that some of the greatest moments are pictures following this ceremony, and I encourage you to take advantage of that venue. Let's please rise now as Dr. Jae-yoon Kim and the Pembroke Singers lead us in the singing of the alma mater. Once again, graduates, congratulations. I ask everyone to please remain seated during the recessional as we honor our graduates one last time. Please wait until the graduates have recessed before proceeding to the reception. And I'll tell you, based on past experience, it'll happen faster if the people that are in attendance to observe stay in their seats. So please stay there.
stenographer. Thank you very much.